Okay guys, hey, back for another fun round of job duds. Anyway, I said I would explain more of what has been going on and out there in the universe for job market people. Anyway, yeah, I applied, and this is what I am going to say. It is frustrating, especially when you see everything that you're listing about a job and you know you've got the qualifications, you would be a perfect fit, you want to get in there. So you've been working on that resume, doing those like mock interviews to get yourself ready. And it's hard afterwards when you get that lovely little email that says, we are sorry, but we are going in another direction. Whether it is because there's already someone that they have an idea they're going to hire in-house, or the candidate that came along after you or before you just happens to float their boat a little bit more. That's their prerogative. But the one thing I'm realizing is just be careful on how hard on yourself you're being, because here's the truth of the matter. Yeah, they are looking for a perfect fit for their company and their business and what they want in there. And you're doing your due diligence and everything you can to get in. And we all need that paycheck and would love to be able to pay our bills. But here's the other thing. You are also looking at them. So it's not just them assessing you and seeing if you are a right fit for them. Open your eyes and your ears when you're there and make sure you're seeing if they're an actual fit for you. Because that was what happened on one interview I got to go on. And I realized as I was going on the interview and getting a tour of the company and having them, show me around and tell me how things work, that there were a lot of little red flags. And I think because I was so excited to be there for the interview and be going for the interview, that I was willing to overlook a lot when I was there. And then after the fact, when I came back and basically sat and had my day of mourning when I didn't get the position. But in hindsight, looking back, there were a lot of little things that may not have been a perfect fit for me when it came to this company. The person who was interviewing me would have been the direct person I had to report to. And I will say she was a little all over the place, was telling me all about the company, giving me the tour, but also how hard her job was, things that weren't getting done. Observations I made along the way were things that were very chaotic and out of place and disruptive at the company. So I thought about that after the fact. And I tend to be very organized. I have my ish together. So having to work for somebody that didn't, I looked at it as a positive, like I could actually help if I was in this position. But depending on how long this person has been this chaotic, it just might be how things run for them. So that was a little bit of a red flag. The other red flag, kid you not, this seriously happened. I'm being taken around, introduced to people. Now, initially, when I first got there, I had to wait. They had some emergency that popped up. So I was waiting, and it was at a senior living community. So I was basically sitting there talking to a resident and her caretaker, and someone came up to me and said, she'll be with you shortly. We're taking care of this. I'm like, that's fine. I'm having a great conversation. This elderly senior woman was so much fun. So sitting there talking to her, and when that lady that told me it would be 15 minutes left, kid you not, this little senior lady looked at me and goes, she's not very nice. And I said, well, there's an emergency going on, so maybe there's a lot on her plate. And the caretaker looked at me and went, she's right. She's not very nice. Come to find out on the tour as I'm being taken around, this would be someone I would be in direct contact with, working with all the time. So that may have been a dodged bullet there. The other thing that flagged for me as we were being walked around and being introduced to people was I was introduced to someone who was head of one of the areas of the community. And it was a gentleman. And I was introduced, hey, this is Stacy. She's interviewing for the activities position, blah, blah, blah. The guy literally looked at me and went, nice. Kid you not. So I'm like walking going, did this really just happen? And then my head goes to all of these. Yeah, that's like an HR issue waiting to happen right there. That's something that's a little bit scary. So again, maybe that was a potentially dodged bullet. I don't know. But keep your eyes and ears open when you're out there and when you're going for these positions and you're doing stuff, because you're going to notice a lot. And honestly, it's better if you feel good from the interview, from the vibe you're getting off of the person, the location, the place. So make sure you're being receptive and leaving yourself open to catch those feelings and catch those gut instincts, because it's for you as well. They may be wanting to hire a position or not, if it's going to be in-house and they're just going through the motions. But if it's a legit position, be aware that it's a two-way street.